They told me to arrive at 7:30 sharp. The message came from Daniel, my eldest, short, casual. Dad, dress nice. We've booked something special for your birthday. No emojis. No smiley faces. Just clinical. Precise. I should have known. The valet looked confused when I pulled up. He blinked at the car, then at me as if something about my presence didn't fit the frame. I handed him the keys anyway. My suit itched. I hadn't worn it since the divorce hearing. Inside, soft jazz wrapped around crystal glasses. Waiters in black moved like shadows. I scanned the room once, twice, nothing, no table, no family, just a corner booth where my ex-wife sat, her hair pulled back too tight, her smile tighter. Beside her, him, Gregory, always buttoned up, always smug. He looked like the human version of a tax audit. He waved when he saw me. Maybe a cheaper place would be better for you, he said, almost apologetically, as if I'd wandered into a museum without a ticket. I looked at him, then at her, then I laughed. A slow, dry laugh that rose from somewhere too deep to drown. I walked past them, straight to the host's desk. Evening, I said. Tell Mr. Lucian his uncle is here. The host blinked, then straightened. Yes, of course, sir. The booth came with silence, linen that felt like arrogance, a view of the entire restaurant. I sat down and watched the vultures circle. 2 months ago, I thought we were healing. Family dinners, polite texts, even a birthday cake last year with both sons standing beside me. But then came the missed calls, the rescheduled plans, the way Mia, my youngest, started saying Greg instead of Mom's husband. I didn't ask questions, not at first. You learn to let silence carry your dignity. But dignity has a weight limit. At Daniel's graduation, I saw it. A small, precise moment. The way my children gathered around Gregory, not me. The way he placed a hand on Daniel's shoulder as if claiming ownership. It wasn't jealousy, it was erasure, a quiet, methodical replacement of my place with his. I stared at my son, and for the first time I didn't see the boy I raised. I saw a stranger rehearsing love. I went home. I opened my drawer, pulled out the old photos, birthday parties, Christmas mornings, his tiny hand gripping my finger. I realized then I was becoming a relic in my own family, a placeholder, a story they'd stopped telling. I started paying attention. Who paid for Daniel's new apartment? Why did Mia's tuition suddenly disappear from my monthly expenses? Why did none of them ask for help anymore? Gregory was funding it, buying affection in long-term installments. I asked the school for payment records. I didn't tell them who I was. I didn't have to. I accessed Daniel's Venmo activity through a forgotten shared account. I saw transfers labeled from G every week. The puzzle took shape slowly, like watching mold grow. Gregory wasn't just stepfathering, he was replacing, and they let him, willingly. But it was the reservation that confirmed everything. I called the restaurant the day before, pretended to be my daughter. I just want to confirm the birthday table for Mr. Hayes. A pause. No reservation under that name, the hostess said. I thanked her, hung up, and smiled. Because if they thought I'd show up humiliated, begging for space at the table, I'd do one better. I'd build my own. Lucien, the owner, used to be a line cook when I managed that dump of a French bistro downtown. He was green, nervous, full of burns and ambition. I gave him his first break. He didn't forget. When I walked in and asked for him, he emerged from the back like a storm cloud dressed in silk. Uncle, he said, you want the both? I nodded. He cleared it himself, set the napkins, placed the cutlery, then disappeared without another word. Gregory stared as the waiter brought me a glass of Chateau Margaux and whispered something. He turned pale. Shifted in his seat, I saw Daniel look over, then look away. The table they'd never reserved suddenly looked so small. They didn't approach me, not right away. It wasn't until dessert arrived, hand-delivered by Lucien himself, a rare off-menu souffle, that Gregory stood. He walked over, hands behind his back like a priest delivering bad news. Nice spot, he said. I wiped my mouth, took my time, looked him in the eye. You ever hear of strategic starvation? I asked. He frowned. It's when you feed someone just enough to keep them dependent, not enough to make them whole. He didn't speak. I watched you do it, with my children, drip-feeding your charity, rewriting my name in their mouths. He opened his mouth. I raised a hand. No. You don't get to answer. I placed a folded paper napkin on the table. It was a photocopy of Daniel's tuition ledger, signed by Gregory, paid in full. You didn't win them, I said. You bought silence. I stood up, buttoned my jacket, and now you can keep them. I left without dessert, without a glance at the table behind me. The air outside felt colder than it should have, or maybe that was me. The valet brought my car up slowly, unsure whether to smile or stay quiet. I didn't care. Inside the car, I adjusted the mirror, saw my eyes, not sad, not angry, just absent. They had tried to write me out of the story, so I wrote myself a better ending, one they'll never forget. I never needed a seat at their table. I just needed them to know I could burn it. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for your precious time. If you enjoyed this story, then please make sure you subscribe to this channel.